All right. Looks like this is working. So I asked AI if a plane takes off at a heading of 360 degrees, same as 0 degrees, and then turns right to a heading of 60 degrees, how many degrees to the left must it turn to fly at a heading of 180 degrees? So AI very quickly comes back with see, it correctly says starting at 360, turns right to 60. The new heading is now 60. That is correct. The desired heading is 180. That is correct. To determine the turn necessary from the current heading of 60 to the target heading of 180. That's all correct. Here's where it screws up. Calculate the difference in angle. We can find the difference between the current heading of 60 and the desired heading of 180. It says minus. You would only minus if you were turning right. Because if you're flying at 360 and you want to go to 180, then you have to turn 180 degrees. But if you first turn to the right 60 degrees and you want to turn left to a heading of 180, then you need to take that 180 plus the 60. So I told it was wrong. You can pause. I'll keep moving. It doubles down. Which is probably a good thing. It should double down because it should make me second guess my, because you don't want a person teaching it wrong. So it's good that it doubled down. But see, again, it minused. It says the correct answer is the plane must turn 120 degrees to the left to fly at a heading of 180 from 60 degrees to 180 degrees. And that's wrong. Because if you're at 360 and you want to go to 180, you have to turn 180. So you can't turn less than. So I just simply said wrong. And what did it do? It triple downed and is still saying you minus. Yeah, it tripled down and said the total degrees the plane must turn to the left is indeed 120. And that is wrong. So I said the plane would have to turn right to go through only 120 degrees of heading change to end flying straight and level at a heading of 180 from a heading of 60. If it turns left from 60, then it must go through 240 degrees of heading change. To learn this, increment your left turn by 10 degrees each step until the desired heading is reached. So now it goes through it again, starting at 360 or 0. It's flying at 360, turns right to 60, and now it wants to go 180. If turning right, the calculation for the right turn is the difference of 180 minus 60 is 120. Therefore, the plane would have to make a 120-degree right turn to get from 60 to 180. Turning left perspective. If you were considering turning left from 60 to reach 180, the angle to calculate is the angle from 60 degrees clockwise to 360 is 300. I suppose so. So a left turn involves moving backward through the headings, which would be 240 degrees to reach 180 degrees. Part I'm kind of hung up on is 120. Like, why did it just grab 120 from 360? There's possibly something going on here that I'm not. I kind of want to redo it with initial from 0, and then you turn right to 80 degrees, and then from 80 degrees you want to go to 180 degrees. Would this number have to be 140? We'll see here. I don't know. In conclusion, no, it would have. No, because 360 minus 140 would be 220. And that doesn't make sense to do fewer degrees of change by adding 20. So we need that to be 260. So this would have to go down to 100. So it didn't just take 60 times 2 to get 120. I'm still confused how it grabbed 120. Oh, really? Yeah, because 120 is to the right. Interesting. So does that give you, I guess that does. 360 minus 120 being the turn to the right. So if you're at 80 degrees and you want to turn to 180 going to the right, then you need to turn by 100 degrees. Ah. So if you take 360 minus 100, then you get to 220. Ah, sweet. Okay. So now the AI has learned that you can take the right turn of 120 degrees, and using that number, you can 360 minus that number to get the number desired for a left turn. That's fantastic. So AI learns fairly quickly, and we can teach it. I didn't directly teach it this formula. It actually taught me this formula. But do not trust AI with important things. It's just not there yet. Have a good one.